Hello. Yeah, sorry it's been so long since the last Riley rant. Though, technically this isn't really a rant since I'm not really gonna get angry and pissed. But I thought I needed to talk. I felt the need to talk about this, and that was I was watching Boogie 2988's video about how he has to deal with him and Total Biscuit, about how they have to deal with just the vile and hateful comments on YouTube. And I also saw the Archfiend's reaction to it, and I decided to make a video of my own about the subject. I'm not really as experienced as these guys with hateful comments, since I've only been around on YouTube since last June, so I'm not really, and I don't exactly get enough views to be able to get that many hateful comments. But yeah, I can imagine that it would be tough if you make so many, if you have so many views and so many comments. Despite the amount of good comments you might have, you are bound to get one hateful comment or another. I'm lucky that I haven't gotten any really hateful comments. I've gotten ones that have asked me why, or not really why, but they've asked me, or they've actually said you should have saved and got yourself a better TV, like when I was doing my PS4 unboxing video. And I didn't really understand it. I thought my TV was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't 1080p quality, but it was 720, so that was good enough for what I was doing. And admittedly, it's not a very good video if I do say so myself. I'm actually very shocked and surprised at how many views I actually got for it. It's actually my most viewed video. And all I'm doing is pointing my camera towards the screen on my TV while I'm powering up the PlayStation 4 for the first time. So, yeah, it's interesting what people will watch. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about was just how you deal with such hateful comments. I can't even imagine. I mean, I'm pretty good about criticism when it comes to my videos and such, or when it comes to criticism on anything together, well, when it comes to movies and all of that, but when it comes to like attacks on me, myself, in real life, I can be a little, what's the word, take things personally. But that's out in the real world. But on YouTube and on the internet, I'm pretty good about criticism. But yeah, there are people who will just criticize you for the hell of it. And when I heard that from Boogie and from the Archfiend and the stuff about Total Biscuit, I started thinking about my past as a YouTuber. I mean, even before I had this channel, I had another channel which I didn't really upload anything to. It was just a channel for me to go on and subscribe to people with, so I could get updates. And I remember a few years back, it was right around the time that Bleach was ending, the anime, and I was really upset because Bleach was one of my favorite animes out there, and I was just sad to see it go, and I didn't want it to go, so I started looking up information to see if it was true or not, and I saw this video about this guy who was criticizing Bleach to no end and saying how it was a good thing it was going off, and how people were stupid for watching it and stuff and all this other crap. And my reaction, because I was so upset at the time, was less than ideal, I suppose. I pretty much said, "Fuck you! If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. It doesn't mean you have to ruin it for the rest of us." And yeah, I could have been a little bit more intellectual about it, but I was just so upset at the time about the video, and I don't exactly have the same frame of mind. I didn't really have the same frame of mind back then as I do now, where I tend to look at things from a logical standpoint and see why some people might like it or the reasons for not liking it. and taking their opinions, letting them keep their opinions, while I will interject with my own, they still have a right to say them. I'm not disputing that. It's just I tend to look at the logic behind the reasoning. And while I can see why people don't, I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic. I'm starting to talk about Bleach again. Anyway, it's one of those things where you can feel so passionately about something that you jump on anyone who tends to criticize it, whether it be your own video, something you like, something you hate. You can be passionate about it, and I can understand the vile that people put out there, and sometimes it's not even about passion. Sometimes it's just being a vile person on the internet and just wanting to just be the bad guy, I guess, just to be a dick. And yeah, that's one of the problems with the internet, but I really wouldn't want to change the internet as it is, because it is about freedom. And as long as you don't really take those comments to heart, it's just one of those things. And really the only thing that has really gotten me in my past videos was, you guys remember how I made that every fanboy's reaction to Ella Page coming out video, right? Well, when I saw all the dislikes on it, like there was like 3 dislikes, I started thinking to myself, were they misinterpreting it the wrong way? Because I wasn't saying that coming out was a bad thing for Ellen Page. I'm just saying how disappointed so many fanboys of hers might be because they fantasize about getting with her and that kind of stuff. So I was making a joke on that. I wasn't trying to diss her homosexuality, because I have no problem with gay people. I have no problem. I was just making a joke in the moment, and I was afraid that people might have misinterpreted it. So even with the disclaimer down at the bottom that said, not that there's anything wrong with that, like, you know, the Seinfeld reference and all that. And yeah, the internet can be a vile place, but luckily enough for me, I haven't encountered too much of that vile. I mean, most of the videos I watch, most of the comments I see can actually be pretty good. Like, there's logical, nice, thoughtful comments, and there's some of the dick troll comments, but those are few and far between in the videos I watch. Like, even on Boogie's ones, I tend to see more of the good comments than the fat comments that they make towards him. And he is trying to get skinny. He is on a diet, and I applaud him for that. I really do. It is tough. I was overweight myself once. Not to his degree, mind you, but he is working on it the best he can. But it's just, you gotta try and push forward, and it's hard because some of these people rely on YouTube for income. So not only do they have to do this for a living, put so much hard work into these videos, but they also have to deal with the shit for it. They also deal with these vile comments. But that's just entertainment in general. It doesn't matter what form of medium the entertainment is. There's always going to be trolls, or there's just going to be criticism. So I can understand how hard it can be. I'm not trying to judge them for it, because truly I do understand. And if they want to disable their comments and stuff, I understand completely. And it's just, some of us have to work through it. I mean, I'm not making these videos on YouTube just to make it big. I don't really see this as a career. I don't see this as a way to make a living for the rest of my life on, because that's not very realistic. I mean, the reason I started making these videos isn't to make a living off of them. It's to prepare me, to make me practice, because I really do want to get into acting and directing. And I thought by doing this, not only would it help get my face out there, but it would help me be able to practice acting and practice editing and directing and all that. And it's just, if I could make some money on the side, that would be awesome. That would. But I seriously do want to get into acting and directing. But that's long ways down the road. And hopefully I can one day. I really do want to go to like school for that. And this is just ways of preparing me, I guess, and just trying to entertain you guys, because I do want to entertain people. That's one thing I've tried to do all my life, is try to joke, try to be weird. I was always a class clown growing up in my class, and yeah, I can understand what they're getting at, but I'm just starting to rabble on now, and you guys have probably lost interest through most of this video, so I'm not gonna hold you up anymore. But yeah, that's it. This is Riley Purcell Miller signing off.